Breath in, feel your diaphragm expand, and lift your head. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. You can get more from this exercise and every exercise we do by trying to put your mind in the muscle. Try to engage your core with as much force as you can. We're building that neuromuscular connection between your deep core muscles and your brain. Let's try to get a better rep this time, okay? Big breath in, feel it expand, lift your head. Breathe through your nose, hold that tension. Hold the tension in your gut. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Do you have a little pain in the shoulder? Can you switch? Can I see your other hand underneath? That's a little better. Do that. Yeah, and then feel. I want you to feel with your fingertips. Guys, with your hand on your gut, I want you to push into the side with your fingertips. Really feel that you're building this strong barrel inside your gut. Okay. Was that any better? Yeah. Was it better? Good. This is, for some of you, this is going to be unnatural. You've got to build that connection between your brain and those deep core stabilizers. Next rep. Big breath in. Expand your gut out to the side. Lift your head. Do not lose that curve. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I want you to lift your head a little less. Keep your neutral spine aligned. Okay? It's not just lifting your head with your neck. Guys, when you lift your head, we don't really want to use the muscles in your neck. You want to use your core. Okay? So that's why it doesn't matter if it's just an inch off, but we're not using our neck muscles to lift our head. We're using our core.
Okay, but every reason why you cramp on this thing?
You know, I think you got a little spasm going on right now. I would say that's most likely it.
Is it okay to hold your breath the whole time or not?
It is okay to hold your breath the entire time. Yep, it is. Okay, guys. Last rep. I want you to feel your side. When you take that big breath, you should feel your diaphragm expanding out to the side. Here we go. Big breath in, expand. Hold, lift your head using your core, just an inch off. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Good job. Any questions on the curl up? What questions do we have?
We do that on one side and then switch legs and do the same 3, 2, 1.
So I would do like one knee up for the 5, then switch legs, do the 3, and then on the 1 switch. Just switch it up each set. Good question. Yes. That's okay. That's okay. What I would do more is I would switch legs and see if you feel different sensations. Whatever's more comfortable. Yeah. Great questions. Any other questions before we move on? Yes.
Sometimes I do have pain down my leg, so I would keep both straight.
No, you need one bent or you're going to engage the wrong muscles. So you would pick the leg that has the most pain to maintain the straightness. Okay? Dr. Sarah, if anybody has consistent pain down your leg, Dr. Sarah is going to be showing the Mackenzie extension exercise. That's something you're really going to want to hit hard before you get hard into the curl up.
Okay.
So if you do this curl up and it causes immense amount of sciatica, you're not ready for forward loading of the spine yet. You're going to have to work into this exercise.
It's not now, it's just sometimes.
Sometimes? So if you do this, say you have leg pain, and you do this and it causes more leg pain, you're not ready for this exercise. Okay? You need to do Mackenzie extension. I'm sorry, yeah, one second.
So I started this way. It actually makes this leg hurt more.
You want less pain.
So I switched it, and it actually feels better.
Good. You want to pick the side that brings most comfort with doing the exercise.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
Is this the kind of exercise that sometimes you work this leg, bend this leg, and then next time bend this leg?
So what you should. I would just alternate sets. So your first set of 5, pick a knee to be up. Then your next set of 3, pick a knee to be up. And then maybe finish that last rep with the same knee up as you did the set of 3.
Okay.
So you get it equal.
Okay.
But you have to have one knee up. If you don't, you're not going to engage the proper muscles. Okay? Great questions. Anything else before we move on? All right, everybody up. We're going to move. What you have just done is you've learned how to stabilize the front of your spine. So if you get really good with this, guess what you can do without pain? You can do this. You're going to be able to flex your spine and maintain a neutral spine. If that's weak, when you flex, you lose your spinal position. Now you're under a load, and that's when you blow a disc. That's when you go to pick up the piece of trash and, oh, your back went out. That's because you can't control your spine in a forward flex position. If you do this, you'll be able to. Okay? Very powerful. Next is we are going to work on the sides now. You guys know how to stabilize the front. We're going to stabilize the side. We're going to do the side plank. We're going to start on our elbow. Same rules apply. I'm going to have the tongue on the roof of my mouth. I'm going to be breathing through my nose. From a bent leg position, I'm going to raise and bring my hips forward to have my knees, my hips, my shoulders, and my head in alignment. Same thing, big breath. I'm going to hold a fist so I get more neuromuscular re-education. I'm getting more nerves firing for 10 seconds. That's how your breathing should be. You really want to be filling up your gut. This was something I was really poor at when I first started this. This is going to be too easy for some of you, okay? If it's too easy, here we go. Still too easy? Here we go. Something I've worked on. I could not do that, but this is really important for side stability. So I want everybody to start here, and if it's too easy for some of you, we can work to straighten our legs. Okay? So pick a side. I want you to drive your hips more forward. There you go. Drive your hips forward. Yes.
I'm able to raise my arm.
That's this arm here. That is okay. That's okay. Put your hand on your waist. Okay, so everybody, let's hang tight. Hold on it 1 sec. I want you to remember the cues. We're gonna take that big breath first, right? You're building this barrel that's gonna protect your low back. And then as you raise, the thing I'm seeing is your hips aren't coming forward enough with people doing it. You need your hips to come forward to keep that alignment, okay? And go. Make a fist. Make a fist with that hand. Make a fist. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's bend your knees more. There you go. A couple cues I'm seeing the hips not come up enough. They need to be, we need that straight line. No, that's not. So if you have some limitations, this is okay. I want everybody to, let's bend your knees a little bit more and bring them back a little bit more. So we want, good, I'm seeing a little bit of this. Now you're bridging from this position. You want a nice 90-degree angle, just like this. There you go, that looks good. Okay, second rep. Big breath in and lift your pelvis. Hips forward. Good. Good. I should be hearing breathing through the nose. That looks good. Okay, take a break. I'm gonna just shift you a little bit. There we go. Is that okay? Is that hurting your shoulder or anything? Okay. Is anybody having shoulder issues? Having shoulder issues? Okay. Is it hurting when you're doing the? Okay. Can you tolerate it? Okay. Before we do the third rep, does anybody feel like they're not getting enough? Do they want to do straight legs? Yeah.
It hurts when I'm waiting to go up, but once I'm up, it's fine. Is that?
That's fine. This is going to help with shoulder because this is a closed pack stability exercise. So so just really try to brace it in before you start the movement. Okay. Any other questions before we start the third rep?
Do you always want to do it on a bent elbow versus a straight arm?
You can go to a straight arm. I think what I've seen in the literature is there's no benefit between going straight arm and a bent elbow. It may make it a little harder because you got a little less stability. It may be a little bit better for your shoulder. Any other questions before we start the third rep? Is anybody going to a straight leg? Straight leg? No. If you're going to a straight leg, I want to see your feet, your hips, shoulders, and head all in alignment. You can either stack your feet or you can go one foot in front of the other. Okay? Here we go. This is the last rep we're going to do on this side. I want to make sure everybody's, if you can have your hand on your waist. If you want more, you make a fist and point it out and make that fist hard. Okay, take your breath in and raise your hips. Drive them forward. Hold that. Breathe through your nose. Hold, hold, hold. Good, good. And relax. Great breath. Let's get on the other side now. You okay, Christopher? Shoulder. So I want to show, we have some individuals that have shoulder problems. There's a way to do this to not hurt your shoulder. It's still very effective. It's you lay on your side and you lift your shoulder up and your feet up like this. So see how I'm doing that? You lift, then you rest. Same thing, big breath, feet up. And try to lift your shoulder up. All right. Other side. Good. I'm just kind of checking everybody's starting position. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay. Big breath in. And lift your hips. Raise them forward. Lift and raise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Scotty, if you can, bring your pelvis a little more forward. I don't know if it's because of your pain or, you know what I mean? I just want to make sure your hips are still hanging back a little bit, okay? Did anybody notice a difference that one side was harder than the other?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little bit of balance. We're going to do one more on this side. Let's make it our best rep. I want you to really, I cannot stress enough how important the breath is and to fill your diaphragm up to get the most out of this, okay? Big deep breath. Hold, lift, bring your pelvis forward. Hold, hold. Hold, hold. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Guys, great job. You guys everybody doing okay?
Pain, no gain.
Excellent job, guys. Now we are going to go into, we've stabilized the side, we stabilized the front. Time to stabilize the back. This can be, in my opinion, one of the most difficult I see people do wrong, because a lot of people have done the bird dog and they've got bad habits from doing the bird dog incorrectly. Okay? So we want to watch me first. We want to get our spine in a neutral position. If you can't find neutral, do a cat, cow, and just kind of go right in the middle of that movement. Is everybody with me? So you guys will do cat cows next door, but you just, like a scared cat, like a lazy cow, and then just come in the middle here. Okay? Now, as I'm doing this exercise, the most important thing is that my spine does not move. My spine, my pelvis, my head, everything is a still shot. I'm going to, again, go through our same routine. Back to neutral. We do not bail out of this exercise. The descent back is actually a large part. We want to be able to control this and this without losing our spine. Okay? Now, we're going to cover how things we can make it more difficult, but I want to start here. Some keys we want to do is spine doesn't move. Our foot does not need to be high. That's what so what happens when I do this? Lose my spine, lose my pelvis. It just needs to be a couple inches off the ground. We want to fist up here, okay? If this is too difficult, we can just start with this. And then you can work up to making little squares, but just starting with your legs, if that's too difficult, okay? Any questions before we start? What questions do we have? Can you make a fist? Yeah, you make a fist. Yeah.
Do it on your knuckles.
Yeah, do it on your knuckles. If you have issues with wrist
Can
extension.
your wrist do that on your knuckles?
I don't have any to support yourself.
She said knee surgery for both feet.
So what I would do in that, we could do a standing variation. So you come over here. Two legs. So neutral spine. And just like that. Okay. So head in neutral. We don't want head in extension. Your spine is a complete neutral. Find your neutral. If you need to do the cat cows, go ahead and do it. If anybody needs more pad on their knees, we have thicker pads. Does anybody need, everybody's knees good? Okay. You want to try that one? Yeah, go ahead and stand up. And you just grab this wall here. You'll keep a neutral spine. Bending forward. And just kick one leg back one time. Okay? Okay, everybody neutral spine, neutral head. Big breath in. Slowly extend one arm and one leg. Do not let your spine move. Hold. Hold. Some feet are way too high. Your foot just needs to be an inch off the back. And slowly come to neutral. Protect your spine. Come back down. Good job, guys. This is going to be the most difficult one we do. This next rep, I want you to switch the arm and the leg that you use. A couple things I saw where some feet were too high in the back. There's no benefit to going higher. All the benefit is keeping your spine stable through the movement. Okay, big breath and extend. Keep your spine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back and don't dump out of it. Okay, if this is if you're losing your balance and this is difficult, I want you to just do your leg. Okay? We'd rather do it right than do it wrong and be moving. A couple things I'm seeing is as people are extending their legs, I'm seeing more curve come into their low back. That's not okay. We want to fight for the neutral curve that you have. If you need to just do the leg, let's do the leg. I want you to know what it feels like to maintain a stable spine as you activate your hip and your glutes. Okay, so I want everybody to start with just the leg. I just want to see, can you stabilize your spine? So you're going to take that breath and protect it. So big breath in and extend one leg. Protect your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're going to do 2 more reps, guys. So when you just did the leg, did anybody feel like they were able to protect their spine more?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'd rather, like literally, that is so much better to do it that way than trying to have one arm up and dumping your spine. You're not getting anything from that if you lose your spine. Okay? I want to see some good reps. We're going to do it together. We're going to do a solid 10-second hold. Make a fist, breathe through your nose, keep that core tight. Big breath in and extend. Protect your spine. Low, keep it low. Point your heel. Hold that. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control on the way back. Very good rep. I saw a lot of good things on that rep. This last, and this is forgive me, this is a cue I forgot. I want you, the leg that goes back, you want to point the heel or point your toes back up towards your head. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
So when you extend that leg,
Put your heel to the ceiling.
toes tucked, heel pointed out. And I cannot stress enough, as I'm moving it back, that's probably the hardest part, is when you're returning your foot or your hands back to the mat. You don't dump your spine. That's key. We want to be able to control that movement. Okay, let's do last rep, guys. Let's make it our best. You pick if you want to do arm and leg or just leg, but I want really good rep, feeling your spine is solid. Neutral spine. Big breath in, hold it, and extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come back under control. Do you guys feel how hard it is to come back under control?
Yeah.
It's so hard.
So is it okay to come back like my hand down first and then bring my leg down?
I'd rather you just do your leg.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather you just do your leg to start with. What questions do we have on the bird dog properly? Was anybody doing this wrong?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, I mean before, like a lot of people have done bird dogs with like a gym or with a trainer. I was doing it completely wrong.
Well, they were having us lift our leg way too high.
That's the key.
And nothing about the tool.
Yeah.
And nothing about dumping after.
Go ahead, Moses.
How many sets and reps should we do then?
So it's the same
5-3-1.
pyramid, 5-3-1. You do have to do each side on this.
5.
So let me go over, when you start doing these guys, you'll get really good at them in about 2 or 3 weeks. But this is so new to control your core. But once you get good, you would touch, and that's how you would do your 5. A continuous, then just touch. But I felt a little flexion in my spine I didn't love, so I probably wouldn't do that one. But that's how, so you make it harder by doing the touches or making squares with your hands.
So you do all 5 reps then without stopping?
You would do all 5 reps without stopping.
Oh, wow.
That's the quote unquote like the
And then
pinnacle.
go to the leg.
That's the
And
goal.
then go the other leg.
And then do 3, and then do
Yeah,
1.
3 on the
And
other
then do
side.
3 and then do 1. We're doing 10-second holds
On each side.
on each side.
Wow.
Okay? I'm sweating from doing this.
Yeah.
You should get a little sweat going if you're doing this right, with your breathing, engaging your core. Okay? What questions do we have on bird dog? Does everybody look good? That last rep and the rep before it, everybody looked really good. Okay, let's go on to glute activation.
Okay.
So does anybody know why we lose glute activations typically?
You're not gonna do the bridge?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
Yeah. So who can tell me why we lose glute activations?
Sitting too much?
Sitting. Sitting. So if you have a job, or you're a student for a long amount of time, or you have a job where you sat a lot, more than likely you're going to have weak glutes. People will say like your glutes fell asleep or they're not firing. All that really means is they were in a position for so long that your brain kind of doesn't naturally send signals to them anymore. Okay? And you usually will have really tight hip flexors with weak glutes.
Is that when you are doing things that you're supposed to be using your glutes for and your back is doing instead?
So absolutely. So if your glutes go to sleep when you do a hinge, which we're going to talk about proper lifting, here's how you should lift something. Barrel, hinge at the hip, and lift it. To do that, you have to have glute activation. So if you don't have glute activation, guess what's doing all the lifting? This is when you get a lot of strains. You'll tweak your back when you lift. So we want to be able to hinge our hip with our glute. We're going to hit glute maximus and glute medius. Okay? So we're going to start with, yes?
Is it also making the psoas?
Typically, the psoas will tighten with weak glutes. This is because the psoas is a hip flexor. Usually these are, who's laid down on the chiropractic table and it made it hurt a little worse? That's from tight hip flexors. So when you straighten out those hip flexors and they're tight, it jams your back together on the chiropractic
Let's
table.
get back up, it hurts right there.
So that usually means that's weak glutes, tight hip flexors. So we're going to strengthen our glutes. We're going to start with a bridge. This is for glute maximus, and there's a couple different ways to do this. Two-footed bridge is the best. I cannot stress this enough. You can bridge without firing your glutes. You've got to think about squeezing your butt. Is everybody with me? I can lift my pelvis and do it with my hamstrings and the rest of my legs. I've got to think about squeezing my butt. So I'm going to come up, hold. We don't need a 10-second hold for glutes, just like 3 seconds. And I would do 10 reps with 3-second holds, thinking about my butt. I'm going to have my hands flat, shoulders back, really thinking about my butt. You can make this more difficult with a strap around your knees, like a band, and that'll make you have to fire your glutes more. Okay? That's going to be easy, I would say, for over half this room. So we're going to do, I'm going to keep these 2 legs in line the whole time. This is very difficult. Hold for 3. I would do 10 of these reps. See how my thighs stay in line? Hips come up. I'm lifting through my heel. The stabilization is not as important for this exercise. I want your brain to talk to your butt. That's all that's important with this. Okay? Everybody on your back. Yes?
I've been doing this for a while, but I feel pain just under it. Is that kind of using my thighs instead of my glutes?
Your hamstrings are doing the work.
All right, that's what I think.
Yeah. So we want this is like my butt, it takes a little while. Your butt should fire right away. You can even have your hands on your butt if you want to feel it fire. Okay? So we're going to lift our pelvis to the ceiling from the heels. Hold for 3 and come down. You guys can just start doing reps. Looks good. Jerry, come higher with it, okay? Squeeze it, squeeze your butt. Good, just a 3-second hold. Good. If you're doing the one leg, you have to keep your thighs in line. Drop this leg. There you go. There it is. As you raise, keep that thigh in line. Raise it up. Squeeze it. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. So let's go a little wider. Yep. Keep your legs a little bit further apart. Come up. Squeeze harder. Squeeze. There you go. Just keep doing reps. This is the strongest muscle in your body. It can handle it. Excellent. Seeing some one legs. Does anybody not feel their butt firing? Not? Sorry? We're about to find out. It's not firing great. Okay, I want you to dig your heels in, lift lift from that position. Squeeze, much better. Yeah, if you're having issues with your glutes firing, point your toes up and really drive your heels in. Squeeze your butt.
Feeling it in here, this is where I don't.
Well, you probably feel the tightness there because your hip flexors are so tight. So fire up, 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 up. Awesome. You feel tightness here? Yes. That's awesome. That's what we want. Yep, just hold for 3 seconds.
I have a question.
Yes.
You know about roll-ups? Roll-ups. Like when you do this.
Yes.
Is that bad for your back?
It is not.
Okay.
Not bad. Yes.
I feel all those next 5 decades when I was inside street.
That's okay. Yes, sir. Yeah. Everybody's reps look good, guys. So this exercise, we are going off the Russian pyramid. You're just going to do 3 sets of 10. Is everybody with me? Okay. What questions do we have about the glute bridge? Nothing? Okay, let's keep moving, guys. We're a little behind schedule. We have a lot to cover. All right, everybody, this is a big one I see with practice members who have knots all up in their, has anybody had pain like through here? Like right below the pelvic rim? And also like SI joint pain, sacroiliac joint pain. Typically comes from a weak glute medius. And we're gonna lay on our side. I'm going to extend my leg out, point my toe down, and do, oh my gosh. Leg raises like this. The toe needs to be down. You're just holding for a second or two. Do 10 of these. You can, like, so the rate I'm going at, you just do a nice good, hold for a second or two, and come down. You want the toe down, you should be feeling it in that top part. So let's point the toe down. You need to be rolling forward slightly. There you go. You need to be forward. Now raise up. Raise up. Right in there. Your leg needs to be a little more forward. Toe needs to be pointing straight at the ground. So guys, watch me. It's not from the side. We're not ready. That's going to get too much of your IT band in this lateral. Your leg needs to be forward. So if we need to make room, you need to kind of be rolled forward. Oh, this. So toe needs to be pointing towards the ground. Yep. So little. I know it's. Yeah. So let's come back. Yeah. Angle back. Really roll a little forward. Now come up, straight up, and hold. Should be right in there. Good. Can you do it on one side? Too painful. Your ankles. That's okay. Your toe bends. Take care. Now raise it up. Pull it out. There it is.
Yes, so you want that leg instead of being like a plan where you turn straight up. That's easy. You want it to be out.
much as you can, now lift from there. Pain?
Get that bottom leg back, so you feel like you're straight line here. And then start. Yeah, that's harder when you're out there.
Good. That's very good.
I love it there.
Good.
Immediate
Roll a little
side
more
across the
forward.
side of your butt into your hip a little bit.
That's okay. Yep, that's okay. Same thing, guys. 3 sets of 10.
That's what I need to do.
Very good. That's pretty good. Try to roll a little more forward. If you guys do this yesterday, to brace yourself. That's holding on. Feel that? So even if you have to use both hands, the common thing I'm seeing is we're not forward enough. So you're on your shoulder, use your other hand to roll it. You really want to be rolling your body a little more forward. There you go. Get it as high as you can.
Now, do I want to come down forward as well, or?
Just like you were. You want it all out in front of you. And then just really try to rotate that toe down, Moses. There you go. That's it. That's perfect rep right there. You feeling that in your upper butt? Yes. Could make it more difficult. That's not bad. Maybe it's me a little more. A little more forward. Raise it up. Really lift your leg. Just try it. This is important for you. Usually if this is weak, you will have like that pain that's really low. Is everybody with me? It's like that pain that's right on the bridge of your low back. And I'll come in there and I find a big knot and we work it out, but it's temporary because if it's weak, those knots are going to come back. You cannot, what this does is you cannot stabilize your knee when you step. You can't stabilize your knee when you run, and that's why you're having the pain in all these knots here. When you squat, it's when the glute med is weak. Okay? Last one, guys.
Okay, how many reps on this?
3 sets of 10. So for the glutes, it's all 3 sets of 10. The others are 5, 3, 1.
On the camera, 5, 3, 1 for the side.
Each side. Each side. Okay, last one, guys. And we only have 2 stations for this because we need bands. So if you guys, let me just move some things here. We're going to set up 2 pads. I need to set a pad right here.
What kind of band?
These bands here. I need a band that's connected. So we're going to have 2 stations. I want everybody to at least try this, okay? Can I help you? I'm coming right there. Yeah, sorry about that. Good work. You don't let anything stop you, do you? That artificial knees in. So I'm just going to... Okay, so we're going to have 2 stations. The last thing we're going to stabilize is rotation. This is called anti-rotation stabilization. And nobody does this. It's not like a part of a lot of workouts. This, I would say, is probably one of the most neglected thing people do for low back rehabilitation. So we have different poundages. I'm going to start with the 25 pounder, just a really hard one. I'm going to squeeze right here. So we're going to do what's called a tall, kneeling, pull-off press. So we get away here. Remember, what's the goal of stabilization? Neutral spine. This is not moving. would do 10 reps. Okay? That's going to be easy for some of y'all. This is a very, I love this exercise.
So it appears that your right arm is doing the weight.
You're going to feel it. You're going to feel all this more on your right side.
Okay,
So
so
then you turn
anti-rotation?
Anti-rotation.
Okay.
You're stabilizing your spine while something is trying to turn you. What is the number one way people injure their low back? Lifting and turning. So they're under a load and they rotate. They can't control the flexion portion or the rotation portion, and the disc comes up. That's when most people slip a disc. Okay? I want everybody to try this, at least a couple of reps, okay? Let's just jump, everybody jump in. We got 2 stations. Pick your poison. I would try the yellow.
Yes.
Yes, we got 7 pounds. Yep. So you're gonna press first. Hold your core tight. Is that too easy for you? Let's go up 15. 7, 15. I'll get you guys on the way. Got it. Oh. Remember, it's all in here. Looking good. Good. Neutral, tall ceiling spine. If that's too easy, you'll press out, go above your head. Woo! There it is. Good job, guys.
How many are we doing in these?
Doing 10 reps. Doing swing sides. Yep. If you guys want to get more of this, you can hang out afterwards. I want to watch everybody do it.